to us?
Lisa will
Yep, so post it, I think.
post it on
Okay.
Facebook. So
All right.
we're recording now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, I see. I'm going to stay on for a little bit until breakfast is served.
Morning, Tammy. Can you hear us? No, she must be muted. Yeah. She needs to unmute herself. I don't know how I can unmute her. So how many people are usually on this?
10 to
Tammy
12.
Sona, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Can Tammy hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay.
Do you have relatives that have a cabin on the Mississippi River?
Yes, I do.
Is it Nordine?
Yes.
Is that your father-in-law?
Yes.
Our cabin is right next door to them.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you the
World.
one that you just stay in during the summer and not the winter?
We moved there full time now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Nice.
Gotcha.
We're the ones that rebuilt.
I haven't been down there for a while. I mean, we go to the river, but we just haven't been down to the cabin for a while. So you must like the burgundy one, I'm assuming,
No, it was, what color was it? It was,
or was it the green one with the people that had the
it was
farm?
kind of green. It was downriver, if you know your river well.
Yeah, I know downriver. Yeah,
If you're facing the river, it's to the right.
gotcha. Okay. I think I know I'm not sure if I know which one it is exactly, but yeah.
Well, if you come
I
down,
know.
you'll have to stop over and say hello.
I will. I will. Well, good
Back
to
to you.
know.
It's crazy that you have to admit everyone. I don't know how I'm gonna focus on that.
I guess they changed that rule that you either have to admit everybody or have a password.
Okay. It is 9:01. So let's get started. We will, in this session, we will have a lot of interaction, and we're going to be doing a lot of phone calling, writing letters or handwritten letters. And I will be doing that right along with you because I need to lead generate as well. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Laurie Mangen, obviously, and I have been in real estate for 17 years. 17, some years were longer than others, especially when we had the crash. I've been with Keller Williams all but 1 year of that. I was at Coldwell Banker before that for a year, and then I heard that Keller Williams was coming in town. So I jumped on the bandwagon, and I was one of the owners that brought it to Rochester. So I have learned a lot. I've been to a lot of Keller Williams training, and you can always learn more. And the thing that I always go back to when my business is slow is you always go back to the basics. And the basics is what we're doing today. So real quickly, if you can just, we're going to go around and I'll just name who you are because we all have different places on the screen. Say how long you've been in real estate and what markets you serve. So why don't we start with Tammy, who's muted. Okay.
I'm unmuted now. I'm always first. That's okay though. Anyway, I've been in it for 3.5 years. I started at Keller Williams because I remember talking to you when I first started.
Yep.
I've been around. So I've been at Keller Williams, I've been at Edina, I've been at Coldwell Banker, I've been at Counselor, and now I'm back.
Wow. Why'd you jump around so much?
Probably because when I started with you, I had 2 jobs. So I was at the school district in the cafeteria and I worked at Quick Trip on 19th Street there. And then I quit there. So now I am at the school district, but I'm laid off right now. So, but I work in the cafeteria. But anyway, now I'm back with Keller Williams and I'm on the John Buckingham team.
Well, congratulations. We're glad to have you back.
Me too. So that's my life story.
Okay, let's jump to Chris. Chris is muted. Okay.
Sure. Yep. Nope. I'm here. Yeah. So I've been in real estate, I think about 4 weeks now.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, very, very new. Was an insurance agent for about 15 years prior to that, and I got laid off at the end of February. So spent all summer getting my license, and here I am. So yeah, things are going well so far. I've got one buyer that we just put in a PA on this week, and one listing that we just did yesterday. So.
And what areas do you serve, Chris?
Rochester and surrounding.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Lisa. So, how long have you been in real estate and what areas do you serve?
Hi. So I've been in real estate for just a few months now. My husband and I run a cleaning company in Alaska, Wisconsin. So we service the La Crosse, Wisconsin and surrounding areas. But yeah, we're pretty new to it, and it's kind of a slow go of it just because our cleaning company is very busy.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, so we're trying to find time between running, another company to delve into this a little bit, and we're finding that we definitely need to hire some office help. So
yeah. Okay, thank you. Brittany?
Hi, Brittany. Been in real estate for about a month now. Currently, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm just kind of starting to be part-time, I guess. And then once my kids are all in school, my goal is to be full-time. So just getting going, working with 2 or 3 buyers right now, and it's going good. I serve Austin and the surrounding communities. So I live in Blooming Prairie.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Jennifer. Don't see her.
Hi, I'm here. Yep, been in real estate for a year. Basically work out of Winona, live in Wabasha right now. So just looking to build.
Okay, Melanie.
Yep, I've been in real estate for about 3 months now. So I'm just trying to grow my business, learn everything I can. Just getting ready to close on my first deal.
Awesome. Tyler.
Hi, I've been in real estate for about 2 months now. I had a listing that just went live about a week and a half ago. So
Awesome.
it's exciting. And I've transitioned into real estate from working in IT at the Mayo Clinic. And with everything that's happening in the world, I decided to leave that in the spring, and I got my real estate license.
Great. It's a great way to make a living. It's a great way to help people. And you're running your own business, so your destiny depends on you. Good or bad?
Yeah, and I have a great background in construction too. So I've done construction for over 12 years with my dad before I was at Mayo Clinic. So.
Oh, good. So you're kind of a step ahead, especially in that arena.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I can partner with my dad to do some flip houses.
Yeah, that's great. And what area do you serve, Tyler?
Rochester and the surrounding area.
Okay. And Clayton. Is Clayton there?
Yep, I'm here. Lisa's my wife, so yeah, everything that.
Okay. Oh, I get it. Same last name. I can see it now on the screen. Pretty sharp. Okay. It says Cran on the top. It doesn't have.
Yeah, I set the Zoom up forever ago, so I need to change it. That's Nick. the
Okay.
run. Yeah, so I did Verizon for about 10 years, everywhere from manager to district manager to sales rep. And then when COVID hit, Verizon decided not to do commission anymore. So already had rentals and stuff like that. And I was already thinking about transitioning over into real estate. So that was just kind of like the kick in the butt to get my license over quarantine period and then start a new path. So I'm in Rochester and I've had a license for about 39 days now. So over a month.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to do what I do to kickstart my day. So if you bear with me for just a second, and I really encourage this. I'm odd in that respect, I think, but I did learn it a long time ago. So bear with me. Alexa, play the theme from Rocky.
Here's to a fly now Rocky Balboa with you, like Tom Jordan and the Authentic on Amazon Music.
Alexa, level 7. Okay, ready? Can you hear it? We got Rocky on.
Adrian.
Pumps you up. Sometimes I get up and I fake like I'm boxing. Is that waking you up?
I think we need the boxing.
Pardon?
I think we need the boxing.
Yeah, the boxing does help.
Yeah.
Alexa, stop. So, what song would you pick? Anyone? Okay, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna tell you that this is my first Zoom training, okay? So you're gonna have to bear with me. I like a lot of interaction in the class, so I'm gonna be asking you questions. And this is gonna be a challenge for me because I'm used to moving around a lot. So this is kind of odd just sitting here. So let's report out, talk about your homework. And let's see, why don't we start with Melanie? How did your week go? Tell me about your lead generation and your numbers.
A little slow going, not too bad. Trying to think of what I reported in. I've seen about 4 or 5 houses so far this week.
Okay.
I have added not as many as I should, but I think maybe like 6 or 7 new contacts so far this week.
Okay.
I've probably made 10 or 15 connections, conversations, whatever. So just working on that. Gonna go look at some more houses today, try to get some more names in my database. Just keep trucking along.
How many notes did you write?
Yeah, that's where I'm a little short right now. I have not done any notes yet.
Okay, what's holding you back from that?
Well, my database is very small and a lot of my contacts I don't have addresses for.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you are spending the time to look for addresses.
Well, I'm working on it. Is there a place that I can, like, if I put in names, can I find addresses anywhere? Is there a way to do that?
Yes, I subscribe and I encourage all of you to, if you're not already, to White Pages Premium. It's $20 a month. And it's kind of fun. It'll give you phone numbers too, but sometimes they're phone numbers of family members. I run into that a lot, and it's okay because I got one sale because I called, I was looking up the phone number. It was a canceled listing, and I got her mother. I don't know how I got her mom's phone number from there, but you're going to see that a lot. And I said, oh, I'm calling for so-and-so. And, I know that her house went off the market. She's like, well, this is her mom. I said, oh, do you know if she's still planning on selling it? And she said, yes, she is. She's very frustrated. Here's her phone number. Listed it the next week. sold it in 2 weeks. So very valuable. I would encourage the $20 a month. It's a great investment out of your pocketbook. And yeah, there's other programs out there that are a lot more expensive. And I've tried all of them, every single one of them. And the one that I find is the most effective is White Pages Premium. And it's the least expensive of all of them. Okay?
Okay. So there's no, I mean, there's no other way, no other site or anything to do it without subscribing to like the White Pages deal. I mean, there isn't anything else to.
Not really.
Okay.
Not that I found. Is anyone else using White Pages Premium? Okay.
I am through John Buckingham's team.
Okay, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's better than nothing. You know, the other way is through tax records. You can check out the tax records if you have their name. So you know you're absolutely going to have an accurate address then. So I want other people to report out how you did this week. Why don't we go with Tyler?
So this week's been kind of slow for me. I am at the tail end of a cold now, so I've been trying to stay home and get better.
Okay.
So on Wednesday, I did manage to make 5 phone calls. I didn't get anything, no database ads. I didn't do any notes. I didn't do any home, like check out any houses. And then yesterday, I added 3 new people to my database.
Okay. And where these people come from?
These are people that I have the other, so they're spouses of people I already have in my database.
Okay.
So they're friends from like longtime friends who happen to get married, and
Oh, good.
I just haven't added them to the database.
Okay. Okay, how about Clayton? What are your numbers? How many contacts added, connections, notes, previews?
No notes or previews. We're working on trying to get all of our contacts from our other field software or exported into Command. Lisa is supposed to be helping us with that, but we still don't have them in there. So that's where we're at, working on technical stuff in this Command.
Yeah, it takes a while to get that database in.
He's been working on that technical stuff, and I've been working on like our scripts. So we don't have like any numbers as far as the 10-4 goes, just because we're getting our P's and Q's in order to be able to actually make calls and use the scripts, you know, to how we would speak, and that kind of thing. So we're working towards the goal, but again, with the other business, it's just hard to find all the time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so I'm gonna get on my soapbox because I do that while in this chair. Your database is your database is your money. That's your money. 80% of your business is going to come from your database. So I'm very, very happy to hear some of you talk about that's what you're working on. Once you, and you're gonna find this, once you start getting busy, that database, that goes away. You stop working on it. The best thing you can do is I would take 2 hours a day and I would work on that database. Could be 8 to 10 o'clock at night, sitting watching TV. You know, it could be any time, but not during your lead gen hours, because there's plenty of other hours in the day. Why do you think I'm really stressing this? Anyone?
It's what we need to have for our backbone when we have downtime. And I really love what I took away from yesterday's meeting, or sorry, Wednesday's meeting, where the spreadsheet, I'm going to be trying to work, because I'm a spreadsheet kind of gal, I'm going to work on building my spreadsheet and then importing it. So I'm not constantly going in and out. And it just feels like for me, the working on a spreadsheet seems like a great way to build my base and then import it.
Okay. Did you, I'm not sure what you went over. So did you go through setting people up on plans? Have you been through that yet?
Are you meaning tags?
We
Tags?
did, like smart plans, we did
Smart
talk
plans.
about that. Yeah, on Wednesday, we talked about that and looked at it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Have any of you done that?
I've got a couple of people on smart plans,
Okay. What kind of smart plans?
just like the neighborhood watch one. You know what I mean?
That's a great one.
I've
Um,
got people on smart plans as well. I'm with a team, the Q Realty group, and
okay. Yeah.
we have a renter conversion Facebook ad campaign going right now. So I'm getting leads from there, and pretty much everybody we set up, we've got a custom renter conversion smart plan set up. So we add it to them where I think there's 14 touches over a 3-week period or something
Okay.
like
That's
that.
great. Yeah. After you get that database, as soon as you enter, I know that you're waiting to get your spreadsheet up. And if you need any help with that, Lisa, and you probably already know Lisa Hansmeyer she's very good at helping with that. But every time you enter a contact, put them on that neighborhood smart plan. I believe if anyone's looked, I believe there's like a bi-weekly and a monthly. Does anyone know?
Yeah, I think there is.
Well, I would say I would put them on the bi-weekly because it gives you another reason to reach out to them. Okay, so let's just go right into that. You'll find that I do jump around a lot, and it's because when we're talking about a topic, I want to make sure I don't miss anything, just from my own experiences. So tell me the type of script that you would use. Okay, so let's say, Tyler, you just talked to Brittany and you put her on a plan and you know that she's going to be getting it every 2 weeks. Now we're at that second week and she's received it. Okay, it's a good time to call her now. What would you say to her?
I would probably ask if she's been receiving my communication through the emails, through the plan, and if she was interested in looking at any properties that are available or interested in listing, and just kind of feel out where she's at with that.
Okay. I'm going to throw another thing in, and I don't know if you want to take notes on this, but these are just, I do a lot of Keller Williams training, tons of it. I mean, I've taken Ignite twice. I've done Bold 9-10 times. I'm just a learning-based person. One of the other things you can ask her, and you can use this script in a number of cases. You can say, I see that you've been getting it, and I mean, that's great. Ask if they have been. And if they have, you might want to say, if you were to guess, who in your neighborhood do you think may be moving soon? So you're completely taking it off of her. And believe me, if they're the ones that are thinking about moving soon, they're going to tell you. And then if they say, well, I can't, I don't know. And you might want to dig, it depends on your relationship. You could dig a little bit more and say, is there anyone that's been in your neighborhood a long time? Or someone that's an empty nester now. And if you can get that, thank you for letting me see your face. This is it's really tough having all these people blacked out. And yeah, if you can use that script with them, see if they have any other information, see if they can give you their address and their phone number. Ask them if you can use their name. If they tell you no, then you definitely say, you know, you're not going to use their name. But this is a script when you're doing, when you're walking the neighborhood. It's another good script for that. Okay? Questions? None. Okay, I'm going to do one more person. You can volunteer. I want to know how your week went. You can all talk.
It's been pretty good. So I just really started hammering the calls. I know I've probably done about 30 of them, and I got one of my buddies I haven't talked to in forever. He was just thinking about, he was on Zillow looking at houses, so he just didn't know like the next step to do. So I got him in contact with my finance girl. So he's filling out his application there. So that should turn out pretty good. I'm getting a bunch of addresses. I just haven't got note cards yet. So I got all the information I need though. Once I get the note cards and send them out, I should be doing that after noon today. And I looked at a house, so that's definitely on the agenda too. But yeah, definitely getting some traction. A different one of my buddies, he's renting from somebody, and the guy he's renting from is trying to buy another house and then turn that into a full rental property. So got a couple leads from it. It's been pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the things that you're doing today, your lead gen, when is that going to show up? When are the results of that going to show up?
Days, was it 45, 60, 90, something like that?
3 months from now. And so it's really important, because we're going into the winter months, to lead generate like crazy right now. You know why? Realtors take off. You're going to be the busiest realtors around. It's a great opportunity for you. Yeah, they just kind of go asleep, you know, around Thanksgiving and Christmas. They have it in their mind, you know, the holidays, no one's buying and selling. They are. They definitely are. Last year was my busiest December and January. Actually, January was my best month this year. And it's because I worked my butt off 3 months before that. So take your fair share of market share in the wintertime. Don't have that mindset that people don't buy and sell because they have to. There's always going to be those people, especially the people relocating at the beginning of the year. You want those people. Any questions? Any more feedback? Okay. I am going to go to the PowerPoint. I'm going to attempt to go to the PowerPoint. Okay. Let's see. Hey, how about that? Okay. Okay, so we went through this for the most part. So the goals for today. Today's expectations are, we're talking about finding your business. Can you see me? Can any of you see me?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
you're
see
in the upper right.
Darn it, I was hoping you didn't see me because I'm going to be reading off things.
you.
Okay, we're going to talk about prospecting and lead gen using several methods, including social media. And then we're going to connect with potential clients. And then we're going to ask for referrals. So let's see. I'm going to skip this, this video. There's 2 videos. And I'm going to skip them because they're kind of hokey. I mean, you're going to get just as much information from your book and from me and from each other than you will anyone else. So tell me, okay, I'm going to try to go. When the other instructors, did they stay on the PowerPoint? Or do they come off of it all the time?
I think they came off it quite a bit. Just kind of, some stuff they stayed to the book on, and some stuff we just kind of were talking about in general and just asking questions and learning more.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna come off of it. Okay.
Each instructor has had their own style, and we've just kind of rolled with it.
Well, good, because that's what you're gonna get. Okay, so I can't stress enough. One thing that I will tell you is you received a gift, a huge gift by coming to Keller Williams. We are a training-based company. I was at another company, and they were supposed to, be considered, oh, we do training. I was brand new to Rochester, so I only knew my family, and that was it, and that wasn't that many people. So I did a ton of open houses. I could have just thrown that year away. I learned nothing. I didn't have a mentor. And I wish I would have had this class and bold as soon as I got into real estate. It kickstarts your career like you can't even believe. So these are tried and true things that are in this class and in bold. Has anyone heard of bold? Anyone?
I've heard of it. I haven't taken it yet.
Okay, but you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to challenge all of you. You need to take bold. It will change your life. It's just as much interpersonal as it is business. You learn a lot about yourself. Yeah, I mean, it's a game changer every time I take it, because it all depends on who's in the class with you. And so there's people that share their stories that are much worse than anyone else's. It kind of puts things in perspective. But you do a lot of role playing, you do a lot of scripting, whatnot. So what we're going to do is we are going to take some time out and we're going to make phone calls. Okay, so tell me who your phone calls were. What was the homework from last week? Who are you making calls to? Anyone?
Well,
The
me,
only
myself.
person that go ahead. You go ahead.
Nope, I was just going to say myself and my team, since we've got an ad campaign going, a lot of mine have been leads, kind of, and I consider them warm leads from people that are actively clicking on our ads about renter conversion. So
Okay.
I've been making calls to those people, as well as, since I'm new to the business, friends, family, business acquaintances from my time in the insurance industry in the Rochester area. So pretty much everybody that I think would be a good referral partner is who I'm calling right now.
Okay. Speaking of that, let's do the referral script. You guys have that in front of you? It's just called referrals. Okay, I'll set this up. Basically, somebody gave you a referral. Okay, actually, let's do this because you're all new to real estate. Have you done the new to real estate script? No one?
I've just revamped our own. Clayton and I are both new to real estate, so I took the script that was in the book and redid it
Okay.
to us. But yeah.
Okay. Can everyone pull out that script? There's one for new to real estate and new to Keller Williams Realty. And then there's a rest of the script too. Do you have it in front of you? Yes? No?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to need that script in order to make phone calls. But what I like to do is I like to go through the script together first. Okay? So there's one for, let's do the new to real estate. Does everyone have the one that says, hello, this is you have a moment, I'd like to share this exciting news.
Yep.
You see that one?
Yep.
Yes? Okay. So I am going to, well, let's start with Lisa. I want to hear what your script is. And Chris, why don't you be the client on the other end? Okay?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Chris, this is Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. A lot of new stuff going on. What have you been up to lately?
Oh, I just recently had a career change and kind of a lot of things going on in my life too.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's funny because I actually wanted to give you a call because Clayton and I just became real estate agents with Keller Williams. And we're super passionate about helping anybody in our circle to find the best deals and returns possible when they're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. I was hoping that you might be able to help us establish a wider network. Do you have a couple minutes to chat?
Sure, definitely.
Awesome. So first, I wanted to share my real estate app with you. It's a super cool app, shares information with you about anything new going on in your neighborhood or any neighborhood you'd like to follow anywhere in North America, actually. It's free, so there's no cost to you. And I love using it just to keep up with local events or to see what's going on in places I might be traveling. I can send you a text so that you can link to it. Is that something that you might be interested in?
Sure, yeah, you can send me a text.
Awesome. Sorry, 1 second, I just lost my place. Awesome, I'll send that over as soon as we disconnect. It's a really great app and I'm sure you'll find it useful. So the next thing I wanted to do is just take a moment to ask you if anyone you know or if you yourself are currently interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate.
I can't think of anybody right offhand. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate you thinking about it. Would you mind just keeping me in mind if you or anyone you know might be interested in the future?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Great, thank you so much. So the last thing that I wanted to do is just get your input about some perks that we decided to offer to clients that choose to work with us. As I'm sure you're aware, we own a cleaning company here in Alaska. In addition to covering the cost of advertising and MLS searching and all that good stuff, we've decided to offer a complimentary cleaning service as a perk to utilizing our real estate services. So we're going to be performing a cleaning service for buyers moving into a new home, sellers looking to have a clean home for showings, or investors that are looking to expand their portfolio. My question for you, if you were looking to buy, sell, or invest, would that be something that you would find useful for you?
I think definitely, yes. I do have a couple of investment properties, and that would be very helpful if I were to buy a new one. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate your input for that. And then, yeah, I think that's all I had for today. I appreciate your time and your help. But yeah, if there's anything I can do for you in the future, please don't hesitate to let me know. And if you download that app after we speak, just shoot me a text and let me know how you like it.
Oh, perfect. Will do. That sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yep, you too. Bye.
Awesome. So what do you think of her script there?
Yeah, I would love feedback.
Yeah, it's
Love
good.
feedback.
Cleaning service is a good perk, guys. That's awesome. Definitely.
That was really good.
So did it seem natural?
It didn't
Yeah,
feel natural.
the flow is good. It was solid.
If it were you, based on her conversation, would you have said fine with the app and answered the other questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. That was awesome. And you will learn more about this, the value proposition. Everyone has a unique value proposition. Yours is your cleaning service. That is a great way. That's so valuable to them.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Pardon?
I said thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. That's huge. So start thinking about what your value proposition is. Mine kind of changes from time to time. some of the things I tell people about my background is I do a lot of volunteer work for one with senior citizens, and senior citizens or they call it the mature population now. That is one of my niches. So I teach classes on that. And I do a lot of volunteer work around it. So that's kind of one of mine. And I also tell people that I have a marketing degree, business marketing degree, and I was in, corporate America for a very, very long time. And so I tell them I'm surprised, I'm actually delighted that I was able to transfer my marketing knowledge from other businesses directly into real estate to help you get top dollar for your house in the quickest amount of time. So, did you do breakout sessions as far as how did you do the role playing? I mean the phone calls. You just went and left for a little while and
Yeah, we just all broke for like 10 minutes, I think it was, and then came back.
10 minutes. Okay. So I'd like you to use this script. Are you new to real estate or new to Keller Williams? And go for that app. Go for that app conversation with them. And let me know how it goes. So it's 9:39, we'll say 9:40 now. And I'm going to give you 15 minutes. I never thought 10 minutes was long enough. It was because I talk slow, I don't know. So I'm going to give you 15 minutes. So let's reconvene at 5 to 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, go! I didn't start the recording again, sorry. And I missed so much valuable information. I'm so sorry. So I want you to tell me, and you can write your cards to anyone right now. I don't care. Okay. So Brittany, tell me who you're going to write 5 handwritten cards to in the next 20 minutes, for 20 minutes.
So are we talking holiday cards or are we just talking normal cards?
Whatever you want to write. What's it going to be, and who are you going to write it to?
We're new. Well, we've lived in our house for about a year now, but we don't know a lot of the neighbors. So I'm kind of thinking that might be a good place to start for us. We're kind of new to our community, so.
Okay, great. So you're going to handwrite these and you're going to deliver them to the neighbors?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Nick? What are your cards gonna say?
Probably just introduce myself to the neighborhood and probably sending them out to everyone that I've updated their mailing address. I'll mail those, but do you think you get better traction going door to door with COVID and everything, or just in general going door to door? Doesn't even matter COVID. And then if they don't pick up, I just guess you can't go in a mailbox, I don't think, and put it
No,
in
you
there.
can't go in a mailbox. You can
So
just
then you'd
mail
have to
it.
put it between doors or just leave it.
Yeah, or just mail it.
at that point in time. If they don't pick up the door, just mail it to the address through
Yeah.
white pages. I'm guessing you can find. And okay, cool. So
And you can put this guy in there if you're hand delivering it.
yes, I dig it. Where'd you get them?
Like where I get everything, the dollar store.
Okay, perfect. The one-stop shop.
I just go through when I want any new ideas.
Just
Yeah,
go to the dollar store. Okay.
I go to the dollar store and I walk up and down the aisles and I think, huh, how could I get them to remember me? And I ran across these. I wasn't going to buy these. I just thought, oh, those are kind of cool. They're nice and small.
I dig it. Cool.
There's different colors too. That means that whole back for $1. Oh, look at that guy. There's different ones. Oh yeah. If you think these are crazy ideas, got to differentiate yourself. Okay.
Well, as far as like, I don't know if this helps anyone, but as far as like for our other business, most of our lead and, well, you know, aside from word of mouth, has been like social media advertising and things like that, and really honing in on what you're putting on your web pages and on your social media pages and things like that. That helps.
And we'll get into that. That's at the end of this chapter. Okay. And I'll give you my, you know, my suggestions on that. We'll go into that. But okay, it's 10:44. I'll see you at 11 o'clock. Try to do 3 cards. Okay? There we go. Got the recording. Okay, I was thinking while I was doing my cards as well, especially if we're hand delivering them instead of mailing them, how can we use our current situation to kind of make people laugh a little bit or help them? Here's one idea I had. Not necessarily this one. Lisa's on here now, so she's really tired of this particular mask. Ruff! Ruff! My head is a little small for these, but what I was thinking, and you guys can tell me if I'm, totally crazy, is just getting the regular masks, get a couple of the disposables and put that in there with it. What could you say around that? Boy, your mind's going, isn't it, Lisa?
Mine?
Yeah, you're thinking about things.
Yeah, no, I like it. And I think that they're actually lightweight enough to put a stamp on it was what I was thinking. Like, even if I were to send it in the mail, I think I could slide a mask in there, But yeah, just like you said with the little shooter guys, that I'm out here fighting for you, you could say, here for your protection or, whatever.
Now for you.
Yeah.
And the people that you love, people around you. Who else? Anyone be willing to do that? Put a couple disposable masks in there, or can you think of anything else?
Well,
And what would you say around it?
I've actually found at Costco, they sell like little individual hand sanitizer packets. And so I've been thinking about getting those and putting those in with note cards just to let people know that I'm trying to help keep them safe.
Good idea. Anyone else? Nick, Tyler.
My husband wants to put clown noses in.
Clown noses. Little red ones.
I like it. Anything to make you different.
Yeah, nothing really brilliant, but yeah, now I kind of have something to keep my eye out when I'm in Costco or, the dollar store when I'm picking out the cards and stuff like that. So definitely got my mind thinking. So I'll definitely be getting creative here.
I always like to put little chocolates in people's, so one of the cards that I did was my massage therapist. It's her birthday next week and I'm going to see her this weekend. So I just did a birthday card for her and I inserted a little dark chocolate with some raspberry filling in there. I have a sweet tooth, so I feel like she'll appreciate it, but I would put little chocolates in there too.
Oh no, look who's here. How creepy is that?
Oh my God, that's so creepy.
I came to thank Mangen for the masks that she left on my desk. What do you guys think?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't put something
Terrific.
Proceed. Have a good
No,
night.
I want to see one other one. Hey, I just put my mask on for them. So.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt, guys. Enjoy. Thank you. I think
She said, I have 4 different masks and some of them are really scary. Wouldn't recommend wearing that when you don't really know the people that you're working with. But I do have my limits, Yeah, see, you know what? I'm gonna go get some masks today at Costco and come up with some little note around it. Here's the other thing I recommend. Magnetic business cards. Get some regular ones, get some magnetic ones. Especially when you're walking around your neighborhood. You want everyone in that neighborhood to have this on their refrigerator. And they say, oh yeah, that's the creative realtor. That's the fun realtor. And some of you might already have this, but it's not necessary. I have, since I've been doing this so long, do a lot of branding. So I have my own note cards and they're just blank, and I can use them for anything. I don't use them for the holiday stuff, but anything else, just clear out of the blue. Okay. I'm gonna, oh, Lisa wants to be admitted again. Okay. I'm gonna try to share this screen again, okay? Okay. Can you see this? Can everyone see the screen?
Nope, we just see you.
Sorry about that. I wonder why you can't see it. No, that's not gonna, well, no, that's not gonna work. Can you now? Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, got it. She's on here because she knows I'll probably mess up. So I love that about her. So I figured it out. Okay. So lead generation, that's our job. Your other job was what? You worked at Verizon, Nick, whatever you did there, that was your job. This is our number one job, lead generation. Okay. Why do you think it's so important?
Because you can't have a business if you don't have clients.
Yep, exactly. It also brings you a steady stream of business all year round. It also turns the feast or famine cycle into a very consistent business. I can tell you my experience, all of a sudden I'll just have all these closings and I've been working with all these clients and I have in my head, I'm so busy. How could I possibly do 2 hours of lead generation every day? Well, 3 months later, I know I better figure out how to do 2 hours of lead generation every day. So with the lead gen, okay, so since that's our number one job, it's all about filling your funnel, okay? So we want to move the goals from lead, you want to move the appointments to agreements, then contracts. And then the best part, closing. Right? I can't see any of you. It's kind of odd not to be able to see anyone. So let's talk about the benefits of it. Let's talk about the benefits of prospecting. And since we've been talking about the neighborhood and dropping our cards off and, you know, maybe at our hairstylist or, you know, mechanic, or what is the benefits of that? Well, I'll tell you the first one. It's really inexpensive. Really inexpensive. It's less expensive than sending out your fancy printed brochures or, boy, what else? I mean, there's so many things that you can spend money on in real estate. And door knocking, cheap, really cheap, inexpensive, personal. And you always want to be in direct contact with your market. So let's look at, you know, making it happen here. Oh, it's not switching. Okay. So we go from the leads to the appointments, to the agreements, to the contracts. And again, payday. So how are we going to do this? So what does capture mean? Anyone just blurt it out. What does it mean when you capture it?
Updating the command contacts.
Pardon?
Putting them into command.
Yes, exactly. Putting them into command. I don't remember who it was on here, but sometimes I gotta tell you, it does take a little time to get it in command. But when you meet something, have that spreadsheet in front of you, and just fill in the name. Just handwrite it on there, and you can go back later and enter it in command. So that's what you're doing. You're getting their contact information. This is when, even though you have their email address, you're going to go, and again, I encourage you, White Pages Premium, get in there, get their address, or go into the tax records. And the tax records are going to be the most accurate. If you have their address, you can go into White Pages Premium and get their phone number. Always make sure that they're not on the do not call list if you are going to call them. So what do you do when you're connecting?
Where do you access the do not call list? There's Google it.
Lisa?
Yes. So we have, and I apologize, I'm in and out, so I just happened to catch this. So we do have access to area codes. I'll turn my video on. Area codes 507, 612, and 608. So you just go to the shared Google Drive, the KWPR Agent Resources Drive. There's a do not call list folder in there. You would just click on that and it'll give you instructions on how to download the list. If you want other area codes, you can purchase them on your own. And the website is a little bit difficult to navigate, in my opinion. So if you need help purchasing those codes, I can help you through that. But again, we have 507, 612, and 608. It's a little bit difficult because now that you can bring your phone number with you, no matter where you go, we have area codes from all over the place of people that we're calling that live locally, right? So yeah, so those three we have available. Otherwise, if you want to purchase others, I can help you through that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You're welcome.
Don't drift away too far.
Oh, I'm right here.
Okay. So we've talked about connect. We've talked about connecting by using our scripts, introducing ourselves, giving them the app. So what we're doing is we're just building a relationship with them. A lot of times you might even, when you still know you're going to talk about business, ask them about them. How are they doing? And genuinely listen to them. If they have their own business, ask them how you can help them. If you start out the conversation like that, just wondering, times are, it's a different time with this COVID. I was wondering, how can I help you in your business? It's eventually going to come around. They're going to ask you how they can help you. But it's always about them. It's always about helping. Insert the word helping in your brain. We're not doing this to make money. That will be the end result. We're doing it to help people make this biggest decision in their life as easy as possible for them. So what's the close? What are you trying to close? So you're developing this relationship and then you finally close. What does that mean?
Well, to me, that means you get a buyer rep or a listing and then get that sold for them or bought for them.
Exactly.
We get paid.
We get paid. Exactly. Actually, a lot of people get paid. So let's talk about cultivating them. How do you cultivate them then?
Put them on like a smart plan and do your 36 touches a year.
Yep. You're just going to maintain that relationship so that if somebody says, oh, do you know a realtor? You're at the tip of their tongue and they don't even know why. They never used you. They don't remember who their other realtor is, that's for sure, because they haven't been keeping in touch with them. So that's the big thing. We want to establish that relationship. And how fun when you have a, you know, especially some of you that have big spheres, just to have to call people you know and take care of people you know. Because it's a lot easier to do that than it is to, well, knock on doors. I don't really like it, but I do it. But I do it around an open house. Okay, so we've gone into that. So, who is your sphere of influence? All the people you know, who know you, trust you, and may do business with you. One of the ways that you can get them to trust you is just keeping in touch with them and providing them with valuable information. Okay? Like the 3.875 interest rates. If yours is higher than this, talk to my lender. And we did talk about that actually. I want you to find 2 lenders. We know that Keller Mortgage is one of them. Okay? The other one, you want to find a local one that you're going to establish a relationship with. I encourage you to find a very experienced one that knows a lot of people. So you know that text that I talked about that I sent and said, talk to my trusted lender? We met and I had her put together a text, and her text is to call her trusted realtor. Look at how you just expanded your sphere. Someone that has a great reputation. Take an afternoon and just send those texts. It's a touch. Okay? So now we have our sphere of influence. Let's see, it's 11:19 right now. And I said that we would talk about, okay, prospecting opportunities. I'm going to jump to social media because I've taught this class before and we never got to social media. And I think it's a really important thing to get into. Okay, so let's see. There we go. Boy, I really have a need to see people's faces. I don't like when that screen share is up. Okay. In your books, what do you have for the social media? I don't know what your book looks like. Does it talk about Twitter and Instagram and what did I do with mine? What do you have in your books?
I am actually just trying to pull that chapter up right now on my computer. It went somewhere. I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
Page 31, if that helps. It says stuff about Facebook, Twitter,
Yes.
Pinterest,
On the same page.
Instagram, and then they have other sites too. You got blog, YouTube, LinkedIn, and community.
Okay, who uses social media on here?
I just started like 39 days ago.
39 days.
I didn't have a Facebook. I had a Facebook when I was like, I don't know, 19. I just never used it after that. I didn't think, I don't know. Wasn't important to me. I just kind of lived life and did it day by day. I thought it was too time consuming and you just sit there and scroll. But now I see the benefit of it for networking and everything like that. So I re-got Facebook. I just started Instagram, all that good stuff. We'll learn Twitter, I guess.
As long as you use it for business, it doesn't become so time consuming.
Right, exactly. So that's my thought process. So.
What was it? I didn't hear that.
As long as you're not doing it just to mess around on there and you do it for business, it's not so time consuming.
I just talked to my niece. So here's my thing about social media. Yes, you need to be on every type of social media. And my niece is a master. She's just a whiz when it comes to this. So I hired her. And the first thing we discussed, we had our first meeting, And she said, "Oh, your business page is pathetic." She's like, "Look, you don't have hardly any friends. You don't have hardly any followers." And I said, "Well, I just use my personal page for that." And she said, and she's a millennial, so it was kind of interesting. And she said, "It is a great idea to use your personal page. People want to know who you are. They want to know that you're one of them. They want to know that you're real." So she's now told me to share my post from my personal page onto my business page. So I just found that out yesterday. So I'll be doing that. Because if it, when you go back to the people that do business with you, is they, know, like, and trust you. And that's one of the ways you can do it. Like my mom, I live with my mom now, and she has dementia, but she plays the piano by ear. And so I post her playing. I do videos, and I ask people to name that song. You can't believe how many comments she gets. Oh my gosh. And if I haven't posted it in a while, during COVID, I was posting like every other day, her playing a different song because she knows so many songs. And if I didn't post for a few days, people would comment. They would come on and ask me when I was going to post again. So they're watching, when I'm in the grocery store running this one, "Oh, I just love hearing your mom play that music." So, anything that you can do like that, you want them to interact with you. Okay. The other thing that I've done, and you can go to my Facebook page, my personal, LaurieMangen, is and you should look at the interactions that I get from these things. I'll find really bizarre things. So for example, I was showing a hobby farm, and it had these old buildings, I don't know much about farms, but these old milking buildings. I mean, those of you that know about farms will know what I'm talking about. And then they had a lightning rod. They had it in this new shed that they built, this big outbuilding. But apparently it used to go on the top of the barn. But it was sitting in this outbuilding. So I just took a picture of it. It was really old. And so I took a picture, I put it on Facebook, and I said, "Name this." So just try to come up with the same tagline every time. Name this. If you go to my Facebook page, you should see how many comments there are. So I'll look for really unusual things, really bizarre things. And my clients were kind of wondering why I was taking a picture of that. And I said, go to my Facebook page. So get creative. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think people on social media, from what I've seen, like you said, they like to engage in like games and, like things like that where they can name a song or a movie tagline or whatever. Or I see always a lot of engagement when you ask people for either their opinion or to tell you something about themselves or, whatever. So really targeting like, like telling people, I want to know about you, like share something with me about you or whatever, and people engage.
Yeah, it's amazing. And animals get a lot of views. You put an animal on there, whenever I put my mom's cat or my dog on there, oh my gosh. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I should tell them when I post the animal again, I think I'll ask them to share their pet, picture of their pet, right? I should be writing these things down so that I do these as well. What
My
other
team,
things?
I was just going to say, my team along the lines of Pets the Q Realty team, and they haven't done it since COVID, and it's been kind of difficult. But every Friday, we've tried to go into the local animal shelter, Paws and Claws, and feature one of the animals that's up for adoption and do a quick video and description and post it on our business page. And it has, in the past, been really successful. Like I said, with COVID, we haven't done it for the last few months, but we're going to be getting back into that this fall.
That is really cool.
That is really cool. Very cool.
My dad found a sign that says Tyler Road, and I'm thinking of using that as kind of like a pun in one of my advertisements. Like, come on down Tyler Road and check out my realty business or something like
Oh,
that.
I like that. Anyone else? Has anyone else posted something on Facebook that got so many comments and so many likes?
No, but piggybacking off what Chris said, one of my friends just reached out to me, and she does a dog rescue. So she's like, come over and like feature some dogs sometime. We post on here, Facebook, and all that good stuff. I was like, that sounds awesome. So next time she gets a dog, I swing on over there, do a little video, throw it on my personal page.
That's great. So now you know, do it, put it on your personal page, share it to your business page. What else? Can you think of anything else that you can do that's creative? Something creative, something that's going to make people comment.
I find I get a lot of reception like when I post about like DIY stuff. Like last year we moved into our new house, and I have been working over the last year to just like do a lot of cosmetic things, personal touches, like so whenever I'm posting like before and afters, I get a lot of response from that. How did you do that? Where did you get that? Like what paint color is that? Like just stuff like that.
That is huge. I put one, I was driving by this neighborhood and it was an unusual combination for the color of the house. It was like green, a certain colored green, and it had blue trim on it. All I did, I was just driving around, I just clicked it out my window and I posted it and said, how do you feel about this? Oh my gosh, the opinions people had. You know, it went from no way, no, yes, you know. So yeah, anything like that, because people have opinions and they want to give you their opinions. And the big thing, and I am guilty of it, I don't always do it. If someone comments, you comment right back. Comment to their post, because you want to have that interaction going back and forth.
You know, on top of that too, just being on Facebook and making sure you're liking other people's posts and commenting on other people's posts keeps you fresh on their feed. So your engagement with them will, because of blanking on the word for it, algorithms or whatever.
Algorithm, yeah.
Yeah, algorithms.
Yeah.
It'll keep you fresh, you know, within their network of people that are popping up on their feed.
You know, that's a good point. The other thing about Facebook is it tells you upcoming birthdays. You know, it shows you the whole month of birthdays. Oh my gosh. Look at some of the pictures on their feed. Find something, they had a baby or they're pregnant or whatever. Send them birthday cards. You know, and just say, and
yeah,
we're not
I got
business.
really good traction from just calling the people as their birthday. Like, oh my God, no one's even called me today on my birthday. Thank you so much for the phone calls. So that's really good. I'm like, oh, by the way, you didn't see I'm in real estate too. Definitely, you know, if you know anyone buying or selling a house, let them know. Hope you have a good day, all that good stuff. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's great. I should call them rather than. Well, I always post a happy birthday, and if I remember, I send them a gift ahead of time because I'm not on Facebook every day to be able to see, because it does give you that whole month of birthdays, doesn't it? There's a one that you can click on, it tells you all the birthdays that month.
Yeah, just upcoming birthdays and past birthdays too. So if you missed a day or two, so follow up. Hey, sorry, I forgot about you. Happy belated birthday.
Okay, so there's some ideas. Does anyone post about their neighborhood? Anyone have anything interesting in their neighborhood? Anyone have odd facts about
I live in the Slattery neighborhood of Rochester, and every year they do Art on the Ave, and it's where they have a bunch of different vendors that might live in the neighborhood set up a booth, and there's like people that do pottery, people that make signs, and all sorts of different vendors, and they have artists from the neighborhood create designs that they install in front of people's houses on the boulevard.
Wow.
And so it's a huge thing every year that they do.
I just heard about that yesterday. I never knew about that. So do people have booths there?
Yeah, so you can sign up and to set up a booth, and I haven't done one yet. I also have a screen printing business that I thought of doing for that, but I haven't been able to get the times worked out yet on that.
Because they didn't have it this year, did they?
They had it, but it was a lot smaller, and
Okay.
they wanted to minimize the number of people that were going through at once, and so they kept it down. They just had one block was blocked off, where before they would have like 3 or 4, and so they had a lot fewer vendors, and it was a lot smaller of a gathering this year.
So let's say you got a booth. How would you promote your real estate business if you had a booth?
That's where, since I have the screen printing business, I could have shirts printed up or something like that that say that have like the Keller Williams logo on it and stuff, and just giving those out, handing those out as like a free gift to anybody who wants to come and talk to me, or have like water bottles with the Keller Williams on there,
Yeah.
and just different free merchandise for them to come get a water bottle, come get a shirt, and talk to me about real estate and where you're at and whether or not you want to buy or sell in the near future, or if you know anybody else that does.
Tyler, do you know, and I don't know anything about this legal stuff, but could you put the name of the festival on the t-shirt? Are
I
you
would have
allowed
to
to
look
do that?
into that. I think if it was something where it was a sponsor of that I would be able to, or if I did a festival T-shirt, I've done for other people, I would list all of the vendors then.
Okay.
But I know they have somebody make up their T-shirts already. I tried getting into that, and they are going to continue using who they've used before.
Okay. Because if you could put the name on it, and with Keller Williams, and especially if you're getting a booth, and just put whatever their logo is, and the date. People could know that they're going back every year, and Tyler's going to give them a T-shirt, with the date on it. So I don't know what the legal ramifications are on that.
I'm just thinking out loud, but could you as a real estate agent join, like, they have local farmers markets or festivals like that or whatever, and do some kind of a game? I don't know what the game would be or whatever, but where, for however many referrals you get from somebody, they get like escalated levels of prizes kind of thing.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, give me 5 referrals and you'll get this free mug. Give me 10 referrals and you'll get this free t-shirt. Give me, whatever. And kind of do it that way.
Yeah, that's what they do at the male blood bank.
Is it?
Oh yeah. I haven't got Jim Clark here. He's way ahead of me. He's got really nice things. I finally graduated to the fleece jacket, but because he gives platelets, so there he's a little bit more special than I am. But that's how they do it.
What's a platelet?
Platelets. It's part of your blood, and it takes.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, it takes 2 hours to do. So, yeah, you can do it how they do it. It's a nicer gift every time.
The only thing I'll say about that, and I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but you just need to be really careful with RESPA and just making sure that, you're not providing something of value, which they consider over $25 for a service. So That would be a Michelle Smith question, who is our attorney on staff, but you just want to be careful with RESPA on that.
Yeah, and you might
So
want to run,
potentially, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Lisa, you might want to run it by her,
Okay.
you know, because that's what she's there for. We pay her to answer questions like that all the time.
Okay.
In real estate, what do they say? Ask for forgiveness. What does that say? You don't do that in real estate. You can get
Better to
ask
ask for permission. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, you don't do that in real estate because it's called fines. Big fines. Like
We
Lisa,
got E&O. It's fine.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Lisa.
I mean, I like to push the envelope, but I've learned if I'm going to get a $10,000 fine, I am not pushing the envelope at all. Okay. Does anyone use Twitter? Okay. I myself, my niece will be doing Twitter for me, but tell me how you effectively use Twitter. What are some of the ways you can effectively use it? And it's in your book, so you can cheat and read it.
So I just started using Twitter last year for my t-shirt business, and I haven't set up any of my social media accounts for my realty stuff yet. That's something I'm going to be working on throughout this month. But you want to post daily, multiple times a day if you can on Twitter, because it's all about that the viewers seeing your post, and the more posts you have, the more viewers they'll see it.
Right. So I'm just reading some of these here. Like you can tweet, what's the best thing about moving to a new home? Hashtag moving, hashtag new home, hashtag what goes where. Heck, you probably even take these, make it a goal to take these 4, right, or the 3 right now. And next 3 days, tweet each one of those. I'm gonna have to start making notes for myself. Hold on. Okay, tweeting. So, how could you tweet about your listings? It's awful quiet over there.
Well, on Facebook, can't you just do like an event? Instagram, I'm not having too much good luck with that one, but LinkedIn, I just share it from my Facebook to LinkedIn.
Okay. How do you do that?
I just go on my Facebook, and then you can do it on your phone, or you can do it on your computer, and you just hit event, and then it kind of walks you down the way of like, you can set your time, the time of the event. You can bring up a picture of the event. So you either have to have it downloaded on your computer, and then you would upload the picture from your computer of the front of the house or whatever. And then you just, put in your time, description of it. And then it displays as an event. And then you can connect it to the KW, I think KW Premier, or I'm not sure what Danelle has.
Yeah, how do you connect it to that? Lisa, how can we connect our post to the KW private page?
You can just share it to a page. You can just make your post
right.
shareable. Yep. And then you just share it to a page.
Okay.
Yeah. In Facebook, you're talking? I'm half listening. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, that's right. Someone just showed me that you do the drop down and share it to a page.
Yep.
A lot of social media sites too. Well, at least I know Instagram. If you post on Instagram, right before you make the post, there are little like buttons that you can click down to share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at the same time. So you just make one post and you share it to all of those outlets at the same time.
Okay.
That I did not know either.
Yeah, see, we learned a lot from each other.
Yeah.
That's
One
why
thing
I
with
like
that,
to make these really interactive.
One thing with sharing from Instagram to Twitter specifically that I've noticed, it doesn't share the images over. It shares a link to that Instagram post. That's what I've seen when I've done that.
Good to know. I've never used Twitter, so I didn't know that.
Can you say that again, Chris?
That was Tyler here.
Tyler.
So when you create a post on Instagram and you can share it to Twitter and Facebook, but what I've noticed when you share it to Twitter, the images don't come across. It creates a link to your Instagram post.
Okay.
Also, there is, and I've used this in the past, but not for a few years, a website called Hootsuite, and I'm sure there's other ones available, but that allows you to manage like your Facebook, Instagram. I think it's up to 3 different social media accounts at one time, and you can create a post and it'll send I think the actual post to all those different platforms you've got signed into.
Okay.
How do you spell that, Chris?
It's Hootsuite, so hoot like an owl, Hoot, and then suite like an office suite.
Okay. Oh, sweet, like that. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, what are some other things that you can tweet on Twitter? Think about your neighborhood.
This is not about neighborhood, but the other day, something that I took away from another session was just making sure that you don't actually put the home price, the sales price, on that original post, to put that on whatever link you're linking it to view the property, just so that you're actually getting clicks into, your showing in your link.
Right. Has anyone used Facebook and Command to boost something? It's really effective. Depending on what you say. Okay, so some of you, it sounds like most of you don't have any listings to boost. Is that correct? Well, this is what I would do if I were you. I would go find the most expensive listing in your office and get permission from that realtor to boost it. It's really cool. The leads show right up in your command. Their name, their email address, sometimes you have their phone number. Go for the big ticket. Go big or go home. And you want to put really catchy. I figured out my last one, I hired a marketing person, and I play around with it all the time. The biggest one was huge price reduction. That was my across the banner. And I wasn't even doing an open house on it. It's too late for me now that I'm thinking about it. It's too late for me to boost my post for my open houses because it takes 2 days to get in. So just keep that in mind. So any charity events, like Tyler, you had mentioned that, that art fair in your neighborhood or the art tour. Know what's going on in your neighborhood. Know what's going on in Alaska and Rochester and Austin, and be on top of that, because you could be the source. People can go to your tweets because they know that you know what's going on, and you can find those things right on Facebook. It tells you, what the upcoming events are. So the marketing, I have 2 marketing people now. One's just going to do my Twitter. She's doing Instagram. She's doing Pinterest. I'm pretty much doing my Facebook because it's easy for me because I've been doing videos. So it's just easy for me to take that and upload it. So, but she's doing all of that. If you don't, here's my thing in life, okay? This stuff takes a while to learn, for one, and that takes time. to actually do all of this. Find someone to do it for you. You have to be able to give them exact instructions as far as what you want and how often. But if it's somebody that's good, they'll know. And I think I'm paying my niece like 20 bucks an hour.
That was what I was going to ask is what do you pay for that kind of help?
Yeah. She's pretty inexpensive at $20 an hour. Find someone. Go find a kid that's a computer geek. You know, you can give him the material, him or her, write down a bunch of tweets ahead of time, maybe for the week. Send it to that person, have them tweet every day. Anyone have any other ideas?
Another app or website to consider is Nextdoor. That's kind of a newer one, but it's more neighborhood specific. You can set it up to just have information about your neighborhood and your neighbors or Rochester in general. So I haven't posted to it, but I follow it and I feel like that would be a good spot to do some of these posts too.
Chris, I know that you can pay for a sponsorship on there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked into that at all?
I have not yet, but just through this conversation, it made me want to research that. So I'll take a look at that and get back to everybody on it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can I just make a quick plug for Nextdoor?
Sure.
So Nextdoor, for those of you that don't know, actually powers our neighborhood insights. So if you have any clients going onto the consumer app or anybody going onto the website, if they're looking neighborhood specific and they're looking at those neighborhood insights, those are powered by Nextdoor. So and the more you guys are on Nextdoor and the more you can connect with people in your neighborhood on there, the better. Fun little trivia for you on a Friday.
Thank you.
Can I ask a quick question for anybody that is actually paying somebody to help with the social media posting and that kind of thing? And it's awesome that you have your niece that does it, and so obviously you can trust her. But if you're hiring just like anybody, right, to help you, is anybody else doing that? And how are you tracking whether or not they're actually spending an appropriate amount of time on doing that for you? Yeah.
And that's a tough one, especially when you don't even, like my niece. She's like, what do you want me to do? I don't know. Tell me what you can do. You said, well, what are your goals? I don't know. I said, exposure and leads. She's like, okay, I can work with that. So Lisa, I actually asked her, I said, would you want to do this for a living? Because I can tell you realtors need this really bad. We're running so fast in so many different directions. We don't have time for this, but we know we need it. Do you want me to ask her? Lisa, do you want me to ask her if she's...
Yeah. I'm just interested in I guess, overall resources and who people are using to do this, or is it just, something that you basically hire an office admin for and they help you with, during their time doing other things or whatever in the office. But yeah, or I don't know if there's a company that, I'm sure there are. So I'll have to look more into that, but I was just curious if anybody else has more experience.
So something that I did in a separate business that I used to own a fishing resort up in Hayward, Wisconsin, and we did something like that for marketing college students and gave them a paid internship to do that. I don't know if you'd necessarily need to pay them or not, but if you could work with a local college, you might be able to get a marketing student to do it for cheap or maybe even free.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, no, we have the Small Business Development Center here at UWL.
Yeah.
Have students that are, in all kinds of different programs looking to, learn how to grow businesses and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'll reach out to them. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We talked about Instagram a little bit. Does anyone want to talk about that a little bit more? The type of things that you want to post on that? Well, if you look in your book, you definitely want to post your photo and bio, and any links that you have. You can even link it to your KW app. I didn't realize that. Boy, I've got a lot of homework after I'm teaching this class. I have a lot to do. So it's good for posting photos, you know, and descriptions, live events. I'm what I'm starting to do. I did it for Facebook, but after talking to my niece, she's going to put it on Instagram, and I don't know what else she's going to put it on. But I'm starting to do my neighborhood, the Rochester community, and so I live right by Silver Lake. So I just went walking over there, and I did some research ahead of time. So I actually had some facts, and I said, you know, for you people visiting from out of town or even people that are in Rochester, you didn't know about this, look at how beautiful it is, you know, and I showed them the lake and showed them that they could, told them that they could rent paddle boats and kayaks and canoes. And so that generated some activity. So that's my first one I did. I need to do one today. I'm not sure what I'm going to do that on today, but I didn't do it for a long time because I'm like, I don't like to see myself on camera, and it's not going to look very professional. And someone said, get over yourself. Doesn't matter if it looks professional. They're learning about you. You know, you want them, you know, yes, they said get a gimbal, the stabilizer, but don't let that stop you now, because is Lisa talking? No. Do you know what a gimbal is?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a stabilizer. So I have one I'm going to practice this weekend.
What is it? Is it like a technology tool to not have your video shaking, or?
Yeah, GIM. I think it's GIMBLE.
GIMBLE. Okay.
You don't really have to spend any more than $100 on it, but you don't want to spend much less than $100 on it. You get what you pay for. I mean, you can go everywhere from $20 to $3,000, you know, but I took a class and someone said, yeah, it went around $100. So I am going to be part of my homework, and I'm doing 7 open houses this weekend. So I'm going to have plenty of material. Okay. So LinkedIn, anyone have a YouTube channel? You see any benefit in having a YouTube channel?
I think it'd be scary.
You think it'd be scary?
Ha! I mean, you're doing a good job of talking. I'm a shy person in a way.
You're what?
I'm that shy person in a way.
Well,
I don't know if I could do that. Maybe with somebody else. Yes.
yes. Do it with somebody else. Have them point out the nice features about the house. Video them, and you can comment so they know that you're at least in it as well.
Right. Right.
So I don't have a YouTube channel, but there is a guy who's in real estate, who Graham Stephan, and he has a YouTube channel about real estate and stuff. So I've been watching him for a while. He's also got one on managing your money that I've been following that one pretty closely.
What is?
He's got a really big following too, so there's
Yeah,
definitely a benefit to it.
Definitely a good place to start, and then I like got a bunch of good ideas from him too on just different.
What is his name?
Yeah. Graham Stephan. He got into real estate when he was like 18 or 19, and he's done it since pretty much. He has a lot of content. He posts a lot, so.
Okay.
I put his name in the chat, so if you guys wanted to go on YouTube and look it up, you can see it.
Got it. Thank you.
Another one too is Meet Kevin. He does a lot of he's a real estate agent too here. Meet Kevin. And now he's
That's
doing
what
like,
it's called, Meet Kevin.
yeah, that's his YouTube channel name. And then he does like a lot of stuff on like stimulus check updates and like things like that. So kind of gives some good ideas of what to post on your own social media.
Okay. We have 4 minutes left. Anyone have any questions? Anything you want to cover? Anything you want to contribute? This has been great, the social media with all of your interaction. You're kind of burnt out. You're tired of listening to me, and you're ready to sign off. I get it. You're hungry. You're thirsty. It's beautiful outside. Go have a cocktail. Okay, well, that concludes this. If you guys have any questions about anything, or if you come up with some creative ideas, feel free to get in touch with me. You can call me and ask me anything, about, if I have ideas for stuff, if I've tried something, did it work? If it didn't, because I try a lot of things. And that would be great, and then I can share that with the group. Fair enough?
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you. You guys have been
Thank you.
great.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Laurie.
Thank you very much.
When you fill out the evaluation, just let them know I stayed on track the whole time.
Yeah.
Say, oh
Get a
yeah,
10.
she followed it. She followed
10
the
out of
instructor
10.
materials.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Pardon?
10 out of 10 would recommend.
So thank you so much for sticking in there with me. You guys have a great weekend. Don't recommend doing 7 open houses in a weekend, but I had 3 listings that came on today. So I wish that happened every Friday. So take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.